Oh, hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, you know there's 238 days until Christmas 2021 at the time of this recording. And today we have another Black Series review. We've adding another Rey to my Black Series collection. This is my own personal collection. And just a note here, this is Jedi Training Rey. We already have this Jedi Training Rey, but it's the regular Black Series figure. Let me show you here. It's this one here, and you will see this is a regular kind of Black Series figure. It's got the like rubberized material and all that. What makes this new figure different is that it comes with soft goods. So sometimes the clothing gets in the way of being able to pose the figure. And this figure here comes Jedi Training Rey, and if you open the box, you'll see right away that this has soft goods. So we'll get into this figure here and review it. Just to go through the item. This again is a choking hazard, small parts for children under 3. And again, I know I say this every review, but every time there's this choking hazard, it's whenever you have a toilet paper roll tube. If the item fits through that tube, it would be a choking hazard for a child under 3. So that's a good thing to use, everyday item that you can kind of tell. Again, I think this is a collector item, not a toy that children would be necessarily playing with, but that still bears some statement. Let's take a look at the box. Again, this is from Crait, so a Last Jedi figure. Here's Jedi Training Rey. And again, I love the Black Series descriptions on the back. This one says, "At long last, Rey has found Luke Skywalker, the last Jedi Master in the galaxy. Hoping to find a hero of legend, she must unlearn what she has learned as Skywalker challenges her expectations." So there you have it. There's the back of the box. And another thing here, this does come with this ground feature. We'll open that as well. So here you have it. There's the whole box. So let's open it up. Take a look what's inside. Here's on the inside cover as well, inside flap. We've got nice details. And you hear it. I like this. You can kind of see. Look how well that represents Daisy. And compare it to this version that we have. And you can see that the facial features, and we'll hold them up side by side, are just improved on this one. So again, this is for my own personal collection. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to go ahead and open it so that we can take a look at this together. Oh, let's open it up here. Here we go. Inside the box, we're going to open up this, take Rey out. Let's get her out right away, and then we'll compare her to the other figure. That way we can see them side by side. So I just pull her out of here. Come on out, Rey. Let's take a look at you and compare you to your sister here. Okay, here we go. So here's our Jedi Training Rey. Take a look at the side sculpt, facial features here. All right, so here we've got Jedi Training Rey, just the one ponytail in the back and not the 3. And then let's compare her to this Jedi Training Rey and look at them side by side. See, can you already tell, like the paint on the new one here is with the soft goods is just a bit better when you compare it to the other. This is more flat when you compare her face, right? It's got a little bit of coloring. The eyes are painted better. It's just overall, I think, a better figure. So here's the side. Same. Go ahead and finish turning. And see the hair color is slightly different. So, overall, very similar, but I just think this one's improved. Look there, you can even see on her shoulder the soft good ones. See the wound she has? It doesn't appear here. So there we go. Because this one's on Crait. I think the other one was in the throne room scene, actually. So maybe before she got that wound. And here, let's just take a look. You can see this cloth loops over. We normally have that loop. That's a common trait of Rey's attire. And here we go. Very nice. And then, again, the armbands. You can see that wound right there that she has. And this has got the pistol grip. So the hand, you can see that finger kind of sticking out so that she can get that pistol grip and stick that into the trigger mechanism. So with, again, all these Black Series figures, they're going to be very well articulated. Now, you notice here, her hair still being molded is quite rigid, but you have all of that normal kind of articulation. You can make her look down and up, and because these are soft goods, she's got better range of motion in her shoulders. So there, that's very nice. We can show again the elbow. And all these Black Series figures are kind of nice too, because the hands are very, very malleable, right? They see here, you can turn it and turn it up this way. So it's they've got great articulation here as well. And then all of these have the pivot there at the waist, so you can turn the torso. And here, this belt is connected, but it's a bit loose. So we can put that pistol in there if we like. Here, again, because this is cloth, it's going to allow us to move the leg far easier, right? So it's much, much easier to pose. We can bend, we can position these feet. This is all these Black Series figures have that kind of rocker arm on the foot, so you can pose that as well. So here we go. There's Soft Goods Rey from Crait, The Last Jedi. Okay, let's take a look at the other accessories here. And these are common, except the nice exception here is we've got just the hilt along with the lightsaber itself. So let's take a look here. All of these figures come with her staff, and they're all very, very similar. Some of them have a slightly different paint tone to them. If we compare this to the regular series figure, you can see there the new one is slightly darker, not quite as metallic looking as the other one was, and they're the same as far as see, you can see that the difference. This is the older one, the regular Black Series figure. This is from our soft goods figure, and the paint is just slightly different. And we have, again, this has been my complaint with all of them. This strap is molded on here. You can't remove it. So if you just wanted to have her with the staff, without this shoulder harness thing, you can't remove it. It's molded on there. And with this being a soft goods figure, it would have been nice if this was also soft goods in some manner that would allow you to be able to shape it better, because this is very rigid, very hard, and you just can't change the shape or the mobility of it. So this has been my complaint with these Rey's figures. All of them have the same staff. Again, the paint is slightly different on a lot of them, but I don't really care for that plastic shoulder piece there. So let's go ahead and get out the Legacy Saber. Here we go. The Legacy lightsaber. These are all the same, and you can remove the blade off of this. It just snaps right out. It's got a piece on it, and I'll do that for you so you can see. So you can if you give it a twist and you pull, then they'll pop right apart. And so you can have just the saber hilt right there, separate from the blade. But the neat thing with this, and let me go ahead and put this back on. Again, I found out that if you twist it, it'll go on because this blade can break, right? It's not, it is a little bit pliable, but if you're not careful, it will crease and it'll break. So watch out for that. But here we go. This kind of prevents you from having to do that because in this package, we get just the hilt itself. Again, people complain about Luke tossing this guy right over his shoulder. And of course, I understand that. But personally, Santa would have liked it if he used the same motion. If you're going to have him throw away that saber, use the same motion he did there in Return of the Jedi. That would have been very nice. But then in any event, he tosses it over his shoulder, right? I wish he would have just given it back to Rey and said, I don't need this. But there you have it. There's the legacy saber. Very nice. And the paint detail on that's nice. You've got the, different colors involved. You can see. Look at that. That's very nice. Again, this would be a definite choking hazard. And then lastly, we do have the Han Solo pistol. Right, that Han Solo pistol that she carries throughout the series. Once she gets it there in The Force Awakens. And again, this got some detail in the mold itself, as well as colors involved. I like this pistol quite a bit, and we see it in all of the Rey Black Series figures. So we can take this, and I mentioned how it's got the pistol grip here. When we put it in her hand, that outstretched finger can fit in the trigger hole. But we've got a problem on this one. That trigger hole is not open. Oh, that's a problem. If we compare it to the other pistols, look here. It looks like that one just wasn't punched. Let me grab my other Black Series training crate Rey. You can see that trigger is open. We compare this one, and it's closed. There you go, my friends. Can you see that? Open and closed. So this one's got a misprint. They didn't punch out that trigger. So now we've got a problem. Well, it's not a big problem for Santa because I've got several of them. But if you wanted her to hold this pistol, her finger can't fit through there. So what I could do is I could switch them, right? We can. I don't have this one posed with the pistol in her hand. I've got that here, so I can just put this right into the holster, and that's not going to matter, right? That's not going to matter at all. And so we can put our Black Series Rey here, and then on the new one, I can take the other pistol, I can put it in there, right? And it'll fit right in, and you can see that her finger will go right into that trigger so that she can fire the weapon. Oh, that makes for a nice pose to put that in her hand, right? So we can do that. We can pose it. We can point it, and there you see Rey. And if you push that right through, you'll see her finger fits right into that trigger assembly. Oh, there we go. See, finger fits right into that trigger. There you go. So we'll do that, and then because we have also the Legacy Saber, right? There's no real place to hang this. You can see that the saber does have well, this is interesting. We've got the Legacy Saber here, right? And you see the little ring there to let it hang on a belt. You can see the ring at the top. If we take a look at this one, there's no ring at the top. So they're slightly different. Can't put this on a belt. So maybe we would switch the saber, put the saber on the one without the ring, and put the ring one without a saber. How about we do that? We'll just do that right there. I twist that, and we'll take the one without the saber, and we'll attach it, And again, it works if you give it a little bit of a turn. Twist it while you're pushing it together, and that saber will lock in there without uh, bending. And so I found that to be an effective way to do it. You know, this is just wanting to be a little bit, I think they intended this one not to hold a blade, but with just a little bit of effort, you can get that to go on nice and straight. Look, that looks great. And now the one with the loop, we could use, we'd have to modify a little bit her belt so that it has a place to hold the loop, and then you could hang that right on her belt, right? That would be great. But what we could do, since I see that that's not the case, we can go ahead and just kind of push this in to the belt. Well, my friends, that's not even going to work. That belt is just kind of tight. If I give it enough effort, if I give it enough effort, I could probably get it in there, but that's going to be tough. I think what I would like to do is modify this just a little bit. Put a little loop there, or a little tag, maybe put a tag there to hang the loop on it, right? So that'll hang on her belt. So there you have that part of the figure itself. Now, there's an additional piece. I should go ahead, because if you haven't watched, you can put the lightsaber in here, right? Her left hand is made to hold the lightsaber. I've always found it kind of tough because the way that the fingers are curled, it's tough to get the lightsaber in her hand. So you really got to kind of finagle and push and give it a little twist for her to hold the saber. And then once you get it in there, you can have her with that saber. Now, there you go. Now you can see why I have the screen turned where you see the blue screen, because that blue lightsaber would be invisible. So there you have the figure. And here is again why I complain about this so much, is when you try to attach the staff, I've got it backwards. Let's turn it around this way. It's so stiff that it doesn't really, doesn't really want to nest onto her shoulder very well. You've kind of got to, there you go, do that. But you can tell it just isn't natural. It doesn't, I'm just dissatisfied with that. So there you go. That's enough of Santa complaining about that, about that staff. All right, I complain about it in every video, so we'll just let that go. And then we do have, as a part of this set, it comes with this rock formation. So let's go ahead and cut this loose and take a look at the rock formation and how that we can pose the figure. And I see that this is very good. This will come in handy for discussion here. Let's get this untied. Oh, one more. There's one more tie here. Got to cut that plastic restraint. There we go. Now we're free. Here we go. We've got this part of the base, and right. So we've got this part of the base. It's kind of heavy. It's nice, solid structure. And you'll notice here, this is just an uneven surface. It'd be tough to pose on it. However, we've got this other piece, and this is what I want to point out. This other piece here, very, very hard, very firm. But see, it's got this peg. You see that peg right there? The peg, all of these figures, all of the Hasbro figures, Black Series and Vintage Collection Series, have peg holes on their feet. So we can take Rey and attach her to the base right on that peg, right? So that will help stand her on the formation without falling down. So let me just get that on there. get the peg lined up. Oh, get that peg lined up and get it pushed on there. And then that will help stand her, right? So there you can see how that will work, right? I'm still holding it because she's so leaned over that she'll fall off. But you can tell exactly how that's going to work. Let me just show you again on the boxing how that shows the foot. Now that foot's right over top of that peg, and that peg is going to hold it there, and that's how they've got that posed. So that's what we'll do here as well. So that's on this piece of the rock formation, and then you can post it right next to this part of the rock formation, and there you go. They hook right together. You can see there's a little tab right there, and on the bottom of here there's a little post, and they fit together. And if I show you the bottom, you'll see how they align. See that? So we put these together, and we'll put Rey right on that peg and have her standing there. So there's our review of this Jedi training Rey with the soft goods. I'm very happy with it. There's a couple of flaws. Again, I complain about this daggone staff, and it's the same on every single one. Look at that. That's terrible. Oh, Santa complains about that every single time. I don't care for that. But we did have the flaw in the blaster that didn't have the cutout for the blaster. Because this is Jedi training Rey, I don't prefer her to actually use that blaster, but you can. I would prefer to put it in the holster, and there you have it, right in the holster. That's how I prefer to have it for The Last Jedi. We don't see her use that blaster in The Last Jedi, so I prefer to have it that way. And then I'll pose her like that. So thank you all for your support. Thank you for sticking through this extra long video as I add this Jedi training Rey to my collection. Please subscribe to the channel. Share it if you would, and join our Discord community. You'll see the link in the description here, and we will begin, once we reach our 4,000 hours of view time, we will begin having regular toy giveaways. This first toy that we will give away with the 4,000 hours is our Black Series Jar Jar Binks. So when we reach the 4,000 hours, those who are on the Discord community will enter into the drawing to receive this Black Series Jar Jar Binks, which I've already reviewed. So please join us, join the discussion, join the Discord, and subscribe to the channel if you would. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you all have a great day, and as we always say, Merry Christmas, everybody. May the Force be with you. Bye-bye.